So today I've been thinking, actually just now, if I'm totally honest, and this has been happening over a period of time, but I've been thinking about what time actually means to me and how I spend my time. Um, Spending my time, it does make it sound like a currency, and I believe that it is a currency because it's it's different to money and it's different to a lot of things in our lives because time's the one thing that we, once it's gone, it's gone. Once we've spent it, it's gone. It's not negotiable. The way we spend our time is very important, but at the same time, um, that it's almost like if we are too afraid of using our time to experience life, then we don't experience life, and then that's also a way of wasting a currency of our time. So this comes up a lot for me, and I am aware of my past. I'm aware of the time that I have felt like I've wasted, and some of the other difficulties in my life with regard to being able to actually actualize the things, or get the things, get the situation, or be experience the situations that I wanted in my life, have the achievements, and so on and so forth. So there's been this is just one of, I guess it's just one of the many themes, and where I felt stopped because of a particular pattern that has been going on inside me for quite some time. I'm very aware that it's because I don't want to, I want my life to mean something. And so that was also, there's a dual dynamic to that, because I want my life to mean something in order for me for my experience in life. And also there's a part of me that wants my life to mean something in an egoic way, with regard to others looking on and say, well, this person's had a great life, and they've done a lot of things with their life and they're really satisfied. And I'm aware that it's more about that side of the things, quite a lot of the time, rather than me experiencing, me loving my life, me having the experience, rather than being dependent on others to see me, if that makes sense. So I guess for me that's where time's come in, because there's definitely a part of me that feels like time is running out. I'm 42 years old now. Again, with regards to the past, it felt like there was a clock ticking, and I had a certain degree or certain amount of time to do those things in. Like, for example, the old perspective was, I want to go out and travel. I want to have a successful career. I want to have, a family. I want to have children, and I want to be able to have something to show for the life that I've lived. And that was like an old pattern, and that's an old pattern that's a pattern for a lot of people, I believe, in life, is that we still have this very traditional mindset that's boiling away in the background, and we have a belief that these things need to happen in order for us to fit in where we should be, as opposed to what other people think we should be doing. And if we don't fit into that pattern, then we feel like outsiders. That's very interesting to me in and of itself, but it's something that my family background was very traditional. There was definitely beliefs there that those things should happen, and those are not just with respect, or not in the respect that if I didn't do any of those things I would be rejected, but because that was what the perception of a happy, fulfilling life was. And that's what I got passed onto me. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that at all, because there are lots of people that still want that lifestyle, and you know, it can be a very happy lifestyle. And I'm not saying, like I said to you before, it's still an ideal for me. It's still something that I would like to experience in many ways, in pretty much all of the things that I've explained to you here. But it can get to a point where it becomes a weight around your neck, because it got to a point where it became a weight around my own neck, because I was treating those things like a weight to carry, and then looking back at those things and saying, now I'm past this certain age, I can never do this, I can never have children, I can never afford to have my own home, I can never afford to travel, or I never have time to travel, I can never have time to do this, all these things, because so much of my life is already gone. So if you think about it like this, I'm 42 now, so say I live to be 84, it's half of my life. But I still have 40 years to go, so it doesn't mean to say that I can't do those things, right? Absolutely not. And so, yeah, I mean, definitely with regard to time, that is something that has been a burning issue, and especially recently this has come up more and more often, because I'm filling more of my time with things to do, and they're very good things to do, and I'm very happy that I'm doing them, but I'm aware it's like a time shortage consciousness that's always coming into perspective here. It's always coming into my mind. It's like, there's a shortage of time, and that's sort of contending with this anxiety, it's a part of this pattern where I am wanting to be acknowledged by others, to feel like I'm worthy, if that makes sense. There are lots of different things involved in this, but anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about, is the concept of time and how it sort of links in for me, and how I see that linking in for a lot of other people. But that's it for today, guys. Take it easy, and I will speak to you very soon.